Greetings, this is Vlodril and welcome to the Let's Play for The Pale Beyond, where I decided to do some Let's Plays offline instead of streaming them with no camera, no lights, etc. Just relax and play some games, as long with doing the first looks, etc. I had this game in mind since I played the demo, which was a few months ago. I really like the atmosphere, I really like the art colors, nice setting, so now that it's out, here I am, trying it out. Alright. Bridges 1 of 40, what does that mean? I don't know. Oh, the air is cold. Flake and white as a slayer who begs their pledge. The eyes of the prey that leads reveal some charted course ahead. It was really low before, but the audio is now picking for some reason. Of homes they'll dream of warmth long lost and chased to Frostwall's edge. A hunger draws the desperate here. Such lonely souls need lead. What will you do when still hearts break and courage does abscond? I lead these souls so help the gods out of the pale beyond. Alright, cool. Yeah, probably not. Beginning your journey. Parents. Thank you. Alright, crew wanted. Able-bodied crew wanted for dangerous expedition. Months of darkness, low wages. Wow. Slim chance of safe return. Glory to be had in the events of success. That doesn't seem very appetizing. But man, look at this art. You're alone in the office. The tea in your hand has long since cold, not mine. Mine is hot yet. I'd rather a coffee, please. It's perfectly adequate. Looking around the room, you can make out a collection of military books. On the desk is a sip in a bottle. A metronome ticks away steadily. I like the metronomes, actually. I find it rather calming. The dedicated rhythm soothes the senses. It stops. You hear footsteps climbing up the stairs that brought you here. Remain standing. The door behind you swings open. The captain bounds past you to the other side of the deck. I guess there is no voice acting. Do you have all of your teeth? Sure. Good. Can never be too careful. That's an interesting first thing to look for. The captain sits down. I'm not sure where this is based from the window, what location it is. Or from the clothing. It's the little things you can lose people to. Oh, scurvy, I guess, okay. Are you speaking from experience? How many people have died under your supervision? This is our first trip, or we are old hands in this? I guess we'll be old. More than I'd care to admit. Can you remember their faces? Sure. Captain Hunt. We haven't been waiting for long. There's been a lot of candidates. Some good, some bad. Interesting mix. Wish I could see that painting there. I'm sure you understand the need for discretion. Monks of Darkness. Low wages. Yeah, I read that. That didn't deter you, did it? Let's say it's hard to find work. Alright. Questions. Were you born a landlubber or a sea dog? Okay, this gives something, but I'm not sure what it is. Let's say we're from the city. Landborn. Military experience, yes. Royal Admiralty, yeah. Under what circumstances did you live? Honorably, sure. Well, you have no stewards to wipe your ass out here. You best get used to doing that yourself. Have you ever found a weapon? Well, we're in the military, so yeah. Have you ever killed a man? Yes. You're not married, are you? No. You better not have a death wish. One must believe they'll return to justify living in the first place. Where are we headed? We're here to find the ship in that bottle. Oh, okay. Viscount. Or Viscount. I don't know if the S is silent. Yes. Have you heard of it? Yes. There was a government vessel to find magnetic south, which makes sense. He has heard of it. Keep looking at the camera that's not there. I got him too used to it, I guess. You've got a good memory for a soldier. What does that mean? Soldiers don't need good memories? I think most of the sailors, etc., they were... Well, depends, I guess, but they were a lot of officers, etc., so you would need a lot of knowledge and memorization. So that's a good line for a sailor. A bit late for a rescue operation then. They're probably dead. Alive or not, the research is supposedly of extreme importance. And we were supposed to be chasing that research? Exactly. I'm going to need more than rumors about lost ships if I'm putting my life at risk. Naturally, here's what we know. Not one person or thing has been heard from the Viscount or Viscount, whatever, since the first... You know what? Wait. Okay, so it's Viscount. It's a nobleman rank below, above Baron but below Count or Earl. Alright. I knew it was a title, but I'm not sure about the pronunciation. So not one person has been heard from the Viscount since its first left port. Until now. Until now. Someone was found who claims to have been on that ship. Can I speak to them? No, they are dead. But their testimony seems to have outlived them. Those with more money than sense want that old ship. You taking the job, so probably they'll go around talking about sense. I don't pick the first mate, somebody else will. And, well, my judge of characters got me this far. What of our crew? But the mix, a work in progress. Some have known for years, they get in on trust and experience. Others, well, they interview. Any impressed you? That remains to be seen. We do have transport though. We'll be traveling on board the Temperance. Oh, is that not our own ship? The Temperance is the ship that we saw. Stop looking at the camera. That's not there. Oh yeah. The ship that we saw on the basically sank at the start of the game. It's a beauty. Greenwood, generational. Not many like it left these days. The Viscount and the Temperance. They are sister ships. Built together. Sent out into this world to die alone. Oh my god, okay. Poetic. Indeed, I like to think one calls out for the other. So what do you think? Sounds like you'll need all the help you can get. We will. Anyway, I think I've heard enough. We live in a month. Okay. There is some weird pausing happening. Welcome aboard, so. Proverbially speaking. You are not what I expected. And what did you expect? We're more than our mistakes, Robin. Oh, first name basis. Instantly too. Alright. That's an interesting way of captaining. Let people surprise you. I'll see you on the Temperance. I've got a good feeling about you, so... Thank you, Captain. Cool. You arrive at the docks a month to the day. Seriously? We didn't, like... go... Well, I guess depends. If we are passengers or... we are captaining the ship. We should have been there a long time before the day of departure, you know, to deal with logistics, with crew things. There must be a lot of preparation to be had. Before you launch a ship, the letters on its side read Temperance. Approach. Sharply dressed man overseeing the loading of cargo. Okay. A military gate. You must be handspicked for first mate. Templeton. I figured he'd keep it in the ranks. Good man. Extends an arm. Richard Templeton. A pleasure. We'll shake his hand, why not? It is a considered shake. I shall be operating as Chief Science Officer on this expedition. Love the clothing they have. The art is really nice. Again, as they did on the first look as well, but really good stuff. I'm also the incumbent representative of our benefactor. Do, however, consider myself and my team at you and the captain's disposal. What did you specialize in? Applied botany. Yeah, we won't do that. I look forward to working together. We'll be friendly, but also strict. We'll see how that goes, but this is a ship, so I expect, you know, the chain of command to be followed, which is something a lot of shows don't do with ships. That's annoying me a lot. I expect you to be up to the task. Some of the layabouts hand-hired are questionable at best. No doubt I need to inform you of your duties. You are second only to Captain Hunt himself. Though I must warn you that you have quite the task ahead. The rabble I've spent the afternoon sorting are the same that you'll have to whip into shape. I guess this guy is very officer material, everyone else is beneath me. Punctuality, schedule, a strict adherence is what we need if this expedition is to succeed. I expect you to be the organized sort. You would not have been assigned the role otherwise. So we have some HUD here, -10. It's -10 and we haven't even left yet. What is this? Okay. Have more than enough experience with a crew of this nature. It is comforting to hear. It would seem for most of the crew the captain favored personal history over expertise. It's good to know he found the capable sort for such a vital role. Let me know when you are ready to depart. Make sure to savor these last moments on land. Less valuable time we waste here, the better. I'm guessing this guy is gonna be not an antagonist, but a more harsh presence, I guess. Probably clashing with other people. We'll see. The city. Okay. A young man stands at the ramp, steeling himself for the journey ahead. Okay, he doesn't seem very enthused to be on the ship. Ah, that's an interesting... I don't know what to call it. The word is not coming to me. Screw you. Mind. Okay, that doesn't seem like it fits with the rest of the ship. Like, this is classic ship, but this seems like it would belong in a steamboat or something. Near identical to the Viscount, barring some modern additions. I guess that's what that is. Also, did we get the dates? I don't think so, but I'm not sure. Again, it is super weird that the first mate joins the ship at the day of departure. It makes zero sense to me, and I need to lower the volume a bit next time I get a chance. The game takes longer to load than I thought it would, especially because of what kind of game it is. It shouldn't be, you know, that difficult to load graphics, etc. Although at these days, on SSDs, nothing should take this long. Unless this is bugged. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. It's been a month. Damn, okay. Hunger draws to desperate here. Okay, yep, we know about that. First mate, so personal log. It's been 1 month since I signed on, and 1 week since we've set sail aboard the Temperance. I'm told the water will get warmer as we pass the hemisphere before they turn colder. The Admiralty had nothing like this. It's a pretty cool ship, come on. Respect the ship you're on. A technical marvel. Elegant machinery expertly weaved through one of the fastest hardwood ships of its day. Reborn for this mission. Breathing again with life. She's simply magnificent. I can't help but wonder who's footing the bill for all of this. Certainly not the captain. Such exquisite modifications to the ship mustn't have come cheap. I should investigate further. As for its master, he mostly kept to his quarters so far. I like the captain, personally. The captain seems a trustworthy sort. I'm not sure if this plays any role, by the way, or if it's just role-playing flavor. Yeah, see, that was a long pause for that to appear. That doesn't seem normal. Experience alone justifies his position. There aren't many who make out the other end of naval military service with all their limbs, let alone his vigor. I've heard the rumors. Drinking, desertion. There is probably a good reason he's dressed in antiques. Perhaps I'm too quick to judge. There are now 22 of us, including the captain. Our next port will be our last before we enter the ice. To pick up the remaining 4 members of the crew. The scouting team. Okay. The crew are a strange lot. Eclectic as the ship itself. Of the hand sailor approaches. Okay. Why hands sailors and not ours? Captain wants you the helm. What for? What the fuck? I'll head there now. This is the thing you should do in ships. And again, there are a lot of shows that do this. So much insubordination, like I like New Trek, personally. I know it's not for everyone, personally I like it. But Discovery, at least, is the worst thing ever as far as the chain of commands goes. I would have spaced a lot of them. It is ridiculous how bad it is. Alright. Robin, lovely day, isn't it? Like, seriously, this is... wow, super aggressive. This indeed, Captain. We haven't even... like, maybe you can play an asshole, I guess, but we haven't even seen anything from him to be that aggressive. They like this, I make sure to do my share of the sailing. He winks. Look at that. Ah. Do you ever take the helm in the Admiralty? Never felt right not to for me. Here, why don't you have a try? Sure. Of course. I'm guessing we already did that in our military service too. Use... okay. Remember your muscles rear themselves as you begin to move in time with the ship and the wind. This thing has an engine? What is that? Below. It's the rudder, but what is that? I'm not nautical, so I don't know. Easy. There. You have it. Captain pats you on the back. Fantastic. Now try to get a sense of where we are. Get some perspective. Peaceful, isn't it? The zoom out scrolling is kinda slow. Panning and zooming speeds can be adjusted in the settings menu. Let's try that. Also, let's do that. Let's do that, I said. And wow, what happened to the sound? Let's try 9, I guess. So weird. Okay. Panning speed, let's put that in 8. Zooming in 6. Okay. Nope, that's super slow still. Did I not apply? Oh, I did apply. Okay. Maximum speed. Ludicrous speed, etc. Ah, this is the ludicrous speed. Really? Okay. That is the panning speed. Okay. The panning speed, we don't need to actually be that... What the hell is that sound? I don't know. Weird. Okay. He takes the wheel back from you. I think I'll drink the morning a little longer. Would you mind preparing my quarters for the day's work? There is much to do. Wow, this is super luxurious. A pristine furnace tab secured to the floor. Luxury to be had on the ice. A classical painting depicting sailors doing battle with a kraken. You are unsure if it's any historical significance, though recognize the ship as the galleon of Captain Hamis. I don't know Captain Hamis. I wonder if he's well known. Another character from Honor Harrington, but... On the desk you make out a variety of papers, notes and maps, as well as a sealed letter with a stamp you don't recognize. The desk itself is suspended with ropes to keep it safely in place. Yeah, nice. That's cool. You take a seat at the end of the room. Okay. We have some more HUD here. I don't know what it is yet. Now let's run through our provisions before taking requests. To start, there is 23 souls onto the expeditions, signed onto this expedition, ourselves included. 23, and only 3 are whatever here. Oh, assigned, I guess. That's 16 free to be assigned to tasks if they aren't already busy. The rest are deployed to their permanent stations. You are only able to deploy a crew who you have discovered. They must be in good health and not otherwise deployed to another post. I guess I haven't discovered them yet. I need to go around the ship. We'll be picking up the scouting crew at the next port. A lot of us seem to be in high spirits. Okay, this is the morale thing. The expedition will end tearing itself apart if you end the week with no decorum left. We have enough provisions for at least 6 months in case of an emergency. If you cannot afford the minimum food rations at the end of the week, the crew will become malnourished. Unless cured, the malnourished status will develop into scurvy, a severe status effect that prevents crew from working, eventually killing them at the end of a week. And more than enough fuel to see us there and back again. None of this will last. Colder temperatures will increase the minimum fuel required at the end of the week. If you cannot afford the minimum fuel, the crew will become freezing. Unless cured, freezing will develop into frostbite, and then they will die. Okay. The sledding dogs, well, they are still a matter of negotiation. Dogs will be needed to send sledding teams out to gather resources on the ice. What kind of resources can we find on the ice? Sending hands out further requires a greater amount of dogs. They will rest and become available between 2 weeks. Okay. And again. This is so cool. Let's start with Corvid. Sailor enters. We found a stowaway in the lower hold. Bring them in. Another sailor enters, leading a young man by their side. You know, you're not the first stowaway I've had. The captain studies them further. You know where we're heading, don't you? I do, sir. The ice. Did you know that before you climbed inside that crate? I did, sir. How old are you? You are hardly a useful pair of hands. Not true. I can pull my weight, sir. Do you know your Jim Boom from your bowsprit? I don't know any of those words. I do. I learned it all from my dad. Your dad? His word son. Following him on board back in the city. What should we do with him, Captain? Well, so... You are first met. What should we do with him? Well, he's asking us, so we can't say that. Sure, I keep them on board. Why? I'm not sure if it's wrong, but it will hurt morale for sure, probably. Sure, let's go with that. Okay. If you don't follow orders, I will hang you from a mast. That's what I'm saying. Be forewarned. Last one available crew, max crew increased to 24, but we get less rations, which makes sense. Out of the father. I doubt he intended for this to happen. We'll keep an eye on them both. I suppose you're right. Well, that matter sorted. Alright. Where are you? Cordell. With a puppy. Have you agreed upon my conditions? To the point, eh? So, this is Lady Cordell. Cordell is here to provide us with a kennel of hounds for the sleds. And our agreement was that she would train them up until we part ways at Arianer's Island. But you neglected to inform me that you were bringing my dogs through the Pale Passage. I had no intention of sending the pack to its death. You seem to have good faith in this expedition. It is one thing to ask for my whole kennel. How do you pronounce that also? Let me check. Kennel. It is apparently the second is silent. Kennel. Alright, it's another to drag them into the ice to chase a myth. Never before has a buyer been so dishonest. And never before has a seller made such strong demand. Lady Cordell? The moniker given to me by the locals of the city, on account of her vernacular. I find it odd that you seem to research me as much as you have my kennel. I'd like to know who I'm negotiating with, regardless so. She demands we allow her to come along the expedition as a member of the crew. None on the ship have the experience and familiarity with the dogs that I possess. If you are taking them to such a brutal location, they will need me to guide them if they have any chance of survival. The humans on board too, of course. We just accept the Stoneway. Bringing another member of the crew is a risk, but our hands may be tied. It must be nice to have an expert on the sled dogs, actually. This deal is already to your benefit. You have anyone on board with extensive training in the management and ruling of dogs? Your sleds are useless if you can't control the dogs efficiently enough to hold them. And I would like to ensure my dogs are treated properly. Jesus. Welcome aboard, Cordell. Your knowledge should be valuable. Invaluable. I have a room prepared for you below deck. No need. You'll find me in the forecastle with the dogs. I hope I'm not making a mistake, so if you are, I am making all the mistakes. I guess. Plus 14 dogs. Now that's all settled, I have one more errand for you to run. Will you grab the Stock brothers and order them to meet me up deck for dinner? Hefty lads, red hair, you couldn't mistake them for another. Stock brothers, who are they? You haven't met all the crew yet? Which is a good point, you have been on board for a week. What the hell have you been doing? Like, this is the first thing you should have done, even before boarding. You should have the information and studying it. This is a crappy first mate. I swear, I get all my not knowing, but belief on how you should run a ship, I guess, from Star Trek The Next Generation. And they were very chain of command. They broke it often, but it was still very organized, that ship. Alright. In the meantime, you should grab a copy of the crew manifest and get acquainted with more of your crew. Duh. I thought you did this before, and you were not new. Like if Riker said that to Picard the first day, he would be, get out of my ship. Get the fuck out. Alright. Upon closer inspection, you make out the ship's photographer, Casa Belford. Balance the ship's mast with your camera. We'll wait for her to finish. Let's not jostle her. Again, now I'm waiting. I press the button and nothing is going on. It happens not that often, so I'm not sure if it's a bug or it's an engine problem. I don't know. Oh, Officer Shaw. About time I met the first officer on this ship. Casa Belford, what the hell have we been doing for 1 week? Yes, I've heard of you already. Nice to meet you. Let's be polite. I suppose there was some sort of rule against what I was doing up there. Deepest apologies, but sometimes there is a shot you cannot pass up. An accomplished photographer, Casa Belford won the Fendler Prize, the highest honor in journalism, for her work covering plague outbreaks and riots in the capital. It came as a surprise to many that such a reputable journalist would take such an interest in this expedition. There was scarcely any chance of Hunt or the benefactor turning her away. You expected someone of her accolades to be older, more experienced. This is likely her first time on the sea like this. Accomplishments are nice, but she should be better prepared, I guess. She's not prepared for this, that much is obvious. The cold game. Picture that as a header. What? For the piece of this voyage, I'm trying to come up with a snappy name. Nobody will read it if the title sounds like the work of an amateur. This isn't the game, Casa. An expedition like this isn't light business. Casa nods eagerly, but you can tell she's not really listening. Alright, of course. It's thrilling though, isn't it? Oh wow. Definitely not prepared. I suppose someone of your experience finds it all boring at this point. The trip to the ice may seem dull compared to the Royal Admiralty. You know who I am? Of course. I thoroughly researched the crew of the Temperance. It may seem somewhat excessive, but I feel it's necessary for a proper chronicling. That and plenty of pictures. Don't worry, so you don't have a reputation that sets you apart from the rest. A celebrity like Kurt's darling presence will dwarf any rumor that will form around you. That reminds me, he'll be joining us at the next port. Okay. Oh, great picture. That was interesting. We have a lot of, as the first guy said, weird crew. Like, some of them, like here, they don't seem prepared for the hardships of this. The captain sent me to grab a copy of the manifest. Oh yes, I'm putting together a manifest of the crew for you. Cool, here it is, the crew manifest. Alright, so this is the people we have met. Sailor, Stowaway, Saltborn. Sailor, Ice Savvy. Sailor, Ice Savvy. Sailor, Ice Savvy, okay, they're all Ice Savvy, I guess. Scouts, engineers, scientists, specialists. What? Why is my picture destroyed? What is this? That's bullshit. So you can imagine yourself however you want to, I guess, but alright. Matwas, whatever that is, I would have liked. It's locked though, so maybe there is gonna be more of more information on the manifest. Because we get the name, we get Captain Isavi Matwos, but we don't really get a buy or anything like that. So that would have been nice. Okay. Go away. This is a work in progress. The scout teams are to join us at the next port, and the captain has forbidden me from the boiler room. If you could ask the others to get their portraits taken, I'll be very grateful. The fuck? I'll see what I can do. Cool. Alright. 2 zones. You spot a large man with a youthful gait, carrying a heavy crate over his shoulder with relative ease. Oh, your officer saw. He gives a bright, warming smile. Again, man, I do love the art. What happened to the music? I'm not sure. 2 Jones, that's what they call me. I'm sure you'll get your nickname later. 2 Jones attempts to offer a handshake, but loses control of the crate. He struggles before finally holding it in place with both hands. Maybe later. Workawits. Last one available crew. John added to manifest. Okay. This is where I really like the game. Let's look, like how it looks so good. Before we go there though, what is this? The forecastle door appears to be locked. Okay. Later then. This, look at that. Yeah, that's very fast, the panning. Still very fast. Well, some of these just go like one scale, despite having 10 of them. Alright, who are you? Careful, careful. You almost got drenched in broth. You are the ship's cook, aren't you? Indeed I am. And I've got a full plate on my hands, pardon the pun. You hear a roar from the other side of the door. Oi, what's holding you up? The cook shakes his head with a smile and chuckles slightly to himself. Alright. If you don't mind, could you carry the tray of biscuits behind me? Sure. We'll be very polite to everybody until it's time not to be polite at all. But we won't be, you know, super harsh. I could be more distant, I guess, but we'll see how it goes. Trust me, fellas, this one is worth the wait. The cook speaks with a tone of pride as he ladles the broth into the bowl of the crew. Oi, one at a time, you animals. Ward, you are awfully handsy for only one arm. Piss off, Junior. Get some bread here too, grab it fast before Tucker beats you to it. The crew laugh and are merry as Junior guides you back through the kitchen. Okay, a good morale booster, this guy. You seem popular. Well, you know what they say about the hand that feeds. Besides, half the crew are known for years. You don't spend that much time on a ship with folk without learning all about them. You're Junior? I take that to mean Han told you about me. Sent you to fetch me, did he? He not give you description? Or were you just not paying attention to the cook? We weren't properly introduced. I've been so right, I've been keeping track of all the new crew. Joren Stocks. Joren, interesting name. Nobody calls me that. You'll hear them all call me Junior. You should do the same. No idea why I handpicked someone who's never worked with us first met. But you seem the helpful sort. Glad to have you aboard. Have you been traveling with Han long? My brother and I are among Han's most tenured crew. It's not often he'll hire outsiders, but suppose this job is too big for the usual suspects. Why Junior? Simple nickname, my older brothers in the crew, hence Junior. Not very interesting, I know, but it is what it is. Is your brother around? Grimly? Aye, of course. I take that to mean Hunt is on the look for us. Don't you worry about it, I'll grab Grimly. But now we don't get to speak to him. I would have preferred to do that. Okay. Call the crew for dinner. The crew have their meal. It passes in relative silence. The crew return to the post. The hammocks are unfurled in preparation for the evening. Twilight falls. Okay. Oh, okay. So they like scarves as a family? Alright. But you're lucky hand and throw you overboard. I'll have a mind to do that myself. Come on, I'm here to help. Better know that involves work. Don't expect special treatment. I won't. You're an impossible child to me. That word added to the manifest. Cool. Let's see. Taylor and Saltborn. Okay. Not a lot of info there. Alright, who are you? Spot one of Templeton's science team passing around the mid-deck. Alright, let me look in the light. Where was it now? Ah, Officer Shaw, correct? Dwight Grosley. Apologies, I seem to have misplaced something while sitting in the cabin. A bottle of wine, actually. Can't be hard to miss, it will turn up eventually. I would hope so. My wife and I brought a bottle to celebrate with. Be saved for the journey back, of course. Man, this expedition is gonna go so badly. Everybody's so... This is gonna be a... Except for the dog lady. Everybody else seems to be... This is gonna be a... breeze. Alright. Okay, we got you. This is the same place. Okay. Enter your cabin. Again. So cozy. So cozy. So we have a flag of unknown origins. An open parrot or birdcage. A map or a jacket. Open your journal. Okay. What do we save? There is no saving. I don't know how it saves. Let's see, if I load, what happens? Oh, damn, it hasn't saved at all? Does it save at the day of the week only? I spot a sailor with a pipe in his mouth and a sheet of paper in his hand overlooking the steering waters. Looking at something? Not many sailors can read or write. What's the letter? A letter. All you need to know. Tassi. After introducing himself, Tassi falls silent and begins to read the letter. Trying to draw conversation from him might be similar to extracting teeth. Okay, that was not very polite for your first mate. I'm putting you on the list. Tassi. You spot Templeton looking out into the sunset. As you approach, he turns to you and nods. Ah, Officer Shaw. It will be some time before we see a sunset such as this again. The light distribution towards the southern pole is quite the change. I noticed you weren't at dinner with the others. He's probably eating alone because he's so superior than everybody else. I prefer to eat in solitude. I have my own cabin and I make use of it. Templeton keep his focus on the reflection of the setting sun over the stirring waters of the ocean. There is a great expectation upon us, officer. From who? Who is this benefactor of ours? That is not for you to know, not yet. Well, isn't that mysterious? Templeton looks down, catching his reflection in the ocean surface. He looks back up at the sunset. What a sight. But I wouldn't linger upon it too long. We should retire for the evening. It is important the first officer be well rested. Okay, use E to advance to the next week. So that's how it saves, I guess. I wish they explained their saving system better. Okay, normal is 2 rations per person for the week. It's what we pick. Fuel ration, 2 fuel per person. So we lose 50 and 50. I thought these things would last us for 6 months. How do we lose half of what we have? Okay. Does that make sense? Okay, now it's saved, I guess. Week 2. 2 weeks on the temperance. Alright. And we'll actually end the episode here and next time continue with week 2. Alright, thank you for watching. As usually, feel free to leave a comment, subscribe, like, all that jazz if you want to. Have a good day, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.